So here's my take, and I'm just going to say it like I mean
Okay.
Yeah.
How about the hottest angle that I've seen in years?
Okay. What do you got?
KO and Randy Orton.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, my God, that was an old school type deal. And it was well done. And there was tremendous amount of heat on that. And Randy was carted off on a stretcher. And who knows if he'll be back. You know, he had that. I mean, he had the same back surgery that I had. He's got
the double fusion, right? It was a
fusion. Yeah. You got screws and you got braces in your back. And for him to even go back in there and wrestle again, he's out of his mind.
Yeah.
You know, and then what happened the other night, it just, you could feel that crowd. And to me, that was like brought back a lot of old school to me.
Yeah. That was pretty neat. Magnum, did you
was. They got into it. I mean, the fans got into it. They got hot.
Absolutely, yeah. Magnum, did you get to catch that Piledriver and everything too?
Yeah, I did. I kind of wish I hadn't caught the Piledriver part.
I know.
It was. You're right.
Yeah.
But the angle itself was good.
You can't base an angle. I don't care how well somebody's going to sell or whatever. When the catalyst to the whole thing looked like, and Kevin is so capable. You know, I just don't know what happened. I don't know if it was rushed. I don't know if it was just nerves of so many people in the ring and around and trying to do it with, so many bodies in the deal. But man, it was not Harley Race giving somebody a Piledriver.
Not at all. I texted a group. I texted a bunch of my buddies in a group chat. I was like, it looks like they watched footage of two stuffed animals doing a Piledriver.
Yes. That's exactly. It looked like a meme. It should have been. Yes.
Oh, you guys are tough.
No, I'm truthful. I'm straight.
No, you're right. You're right.
Talk with the boss, and it was horrible.
I loved both guys. I think it was.
And Randy sold the hell out of it.
Yeah, he did.
And that kept it going. But I'm like you. I mean, like you talk Harley Race. Mad Dog Bashan was another one. Holy Christ, when you did that Piledriver, you made contact with the mat.
Were you?
The thing of it is, I mean, people remember, why they outlawed it. They remember Stone Cold getting dropped on his head and breaking his neck, and it really ruined his career. I mean, he did it. No matter what run he had, he could have had more if he hadn't had that injury. Mm-hmm. And it's just to pull something that, unique, and it was brilliant thinking. I mean, it was absolutely, to Greg's point, I mean, that is as old school angle as you could ever want to shot. It's just, I'd have found another angle. I'd have found something, man. I'd have found some other twisted way around it. Because like you said, remind me of like them two big-headed stuffed bears.
Right. That's what I like.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Usually I'm the guy
to bust your bubble, but that's the way.
I like it because usually I'm the one that criticizes, and I get that look from you all the time. But I'm glad you did it.
Yeah, gloves are off.
All right.
It's straight talk, guys. It's straight talk.
It is straight talk.
Yeah.
This is what I would have done, and I know hindsight's 2020, but
what do you mean? What you would have done?
Look, okay.
Let's hear it.
I've got the ear of Triple H, okay? No, but this is what I would have handled. So another band move is Randy Orton's punt. I instead would have had Kevin Owens punt Randy Orton. And then you get that whole effect that, hey, he unleashed one of Randy's banned moves that has been banned from WWE and all that stuff and sent him through the ambulance. And then later on, you can address that in their feud. Then after the fact, the punt is back into play in Randy's mind. He loses it and then turns on Cody eventually, and you turn that into a story. That's kind of how I would have done it, I think, from the long
Yeah,
term.
and it might, well, it could have been because Randy is so big now. I mean, Randy's, almost 300 pounds.
Sure.
It might just have been that he didn't feel secure the way he was holding him, wanted to protect him, whatever. I mean, obviously safety is the number one thing.
Yeah.
in doing that move. And if you don't have the guy's shoulders, squarely on your thighs where you can really take that bump and protect his head off that mat, it's really dangerous. You're putting your life in somebody's hands.
Right.
Well, that's probably what was in the back of Randy's mind too. I mean, he tried to tuck his chin when he grabbed him.
This isn't on Randy.
Even then.
Let me retract a minute. None of this was on Randy. Randy was there. He did his part. I think it's just that's a move that you got to have some pretty good upper body strength to really hold that guy the way he needs to be held and then do that effectively. So, again, it's an old school deal. I've taken more of them and given more of them than I can even remember. Probably when I had no business doing either. Because I
didn't know you used to use that. You gave those too?
Yeah.
Oh, did you? See, how about that?
I did.
Glad I wasn't there to take one from you.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you got spared a lot of things, Greg. To be because I really like you today, and I would hate to have added to some of those, busted up bones and stuff you've got you're dealing with today.
God, I went in yesterday for my second nerve burn.
Did you?
On the left-hand side, yeah.
Oh my God.
They called me today. No, this was on the right side. They did. It's 2 weeks apart. And I said, well, I woke up today and I said, God damn it, my left side. I said, every time I take a little turn, it's like, I don't know, one of the screws in there or what is catching the S1. And it almost dropped me to my knees. And she said, well, that'll go away. And I said, well, that side was done 2 weeks ago. Now the right side, I still got the tingling in the foot. God, I'm not going to complain though, because TA's there and he went through a lot more than any of us have ever gone through, and he's still there. So
I'm not sure some days, but thank you.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Greg. As physical and as athletic we all were in our younger days, and then when you get these kind of injuries like TA had and all the other wrestlers and myself, it's really frustrating when you get older. I mean, you still feel like you want to do some of that stuff and you can't do it. And it just amazes me the strength and the mental part of it that you go through, that TA has gone through. And I just give him it's unbelievable, TA. And I know I've said that a lot to you, but no, just you're tough son.
I'm at a new stage in life because Tucker is wide open in wrestling in high school now.
Yeah.
And I am trying to show him things in the ways that which I can. And poor kid, I've about killed him about 2 or 3 times. I'm like the old like Stu back in the day. And let me just get you this little thing right here and show you. And every time I touch him, something's hurt. And it's like he said, "Is it supposed to hurt?" And I said, "Yes, it's supposed to hurt."